He is the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the Olympic bronze medalist representing Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with a knockout percentage of over 93%. Here is the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. It is great to see the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder, in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze bomber himself, as he takes on Tyson Fury this Saturday night. How excited are you to finally close the chapter on this book, in the sense that both you and him will move on after Saturday night?
Oh my God, it's been a long time coming, and I can't wait. You know, it's going to be a special moment for me to get back in there and to show the people to reintroduce myself to the world, to show the people what I'm all about. You know, again, I'm very excited. Every time it's the week of the fight, there's always the time where we're like, it's the hardest time because we have to wait. You know, sometimes we get confused what day of the week it is. You know, we're always rushing ahead of the day. I'm like, oh, it's just still Tuesday, or it's just still this and that. You know, but it's gonna be great, man. I'm looking forward to the night. I'm looking forward to the fans and the electrifying. The electricity that's gonna be in the arena, you know, all that I miss, and coming out, seeing all my fans, and on this one special night.
What does two-time heavyweight champion of the world mean to you?
Man, I think I can say a lot right now, but I think once it happens, I'm gonna have a different feeling. So I'm waiting on that feeling to see what it really gonna mean and what I'm really gonna feel. I'm an energy being, so. I always react off of my energy of things. So once I receive that and have my hand raised in the sky, and they say two-time heavyweight champion of the world, I can tell you after.
My last question, I know you're big on visualization. I know you're big on manifesting things. On Saturday night, how you see the fight playing out with you and Tyson Fury in your third fight on pay-per-view?
I see me beating them up and then knocking them out. You know, many things that I visualized in the first fight, along with the second, you know, and I didn't execute game plan, but this time around, it's just a different feeling, you know, all the way around, you know, just all the surrounding around me, the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, just the energy as a whole, you know, and I'm looking forward to putting on a great performance come October the 9th, you know, and those that's going to be in the arena, they're going to feel the electricity that's in there. And those that can't make it, don't be afraid to click that button on Fox pay-per-view, baby. You don't want to miss it.
Deontay, how you doing? How difficult of a decision was it for you to change trainers, being that Jay had been your head guy for so long? And can you tell us what went into that decision for you?
It wasn't a difficult situation at all. I changed trainers soon after the fight. That's how easy it was. And you know, the people that I have on my team, like I said, is filled with love. So we don't step on each other's toes. And if it's certain decision making that needs to be made, we're all game players. We're able to scramble around, and what works for us, we allow it to work for us. And so it wasn't no egos. We don't have big egos in our camp, and that's a special thing about my camp and about my brotherhood that I have with my guys. That what don't fit with one person, it may fit with the other, and we still work together. If we disagree on something, within that same day, we'll agree on it. You know, we'll come around, we'll make it work, and that's what makes us so special.
Working with Malik Scott, is it about reinvention, or is it about refining the tools that you already have? So what I'm asking is, we're going to see a different version of you, or just a better and more improved version of Deontay Wilder? That's
you know, I've always said I'm reinvented, rejuvenated. You know, the thing about Malik, you know, he can. It's like I've been saying, it's nothing that he really taught me. It's something that is mostly what he can bring out of me that I've already had, something that I can do on a consistent basis. You know, they say practice make perfect, and practice make permanent. So that's what we've been doing throughout this whole camps, and every time the fight been delayed, we had no problems. We sat back, we still smiled, you know, we still prayed together, ate together, and did everything together as a family. So, you know, over the time, that allowed us to even more come closer together and work on the game plan that lies at hand. And here we are, October the 9th. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Deontay, thank you so much for your time. Always a pleasure. The Bronze Bomber, ladies and gentlemen. We want to bring up the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. He's undefeated, possessing a record of 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. The lineal heavyweight champion of the world once again making the ring walk here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas as he defends his championship against Deontay Wilder. Here is the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
New Deontay Wilder, and he feels like it's going to be the reintroduction of him. Do you really, really feel that there's anything new in this amount of time that has passed that the world could see from him?
I think you could go to college and get a master's degree in nearly 2 years. So for a boxer to change his style is very easy to do. But no matter what Deontay Wilder does, I'm still going to knock him the fuck out. No problem.
In how many rounds, Tyson?
Quick time, quick fashion.
Now, let's talk about Sugar for a minute. Yeah. You've had extended time now to prepare and work with him. How good was it for you guys to have a little bit, albeit because of COVID, but once you were back in the gym, to just work on that rapport even more and on that power, like he said?
Yeah, it's been good. You know, we've had such a long time in the gym together. We've been on holidays, we've hung out. We've done so much stuff, Christine. It's been unbelievable. We chilled out in Vegas for quite a few months. We've been training the full time. Not had the fights, unfortunately, but COVID up the world, so...
What do you say and what do you think about that mental fortitude to not actually accept what happened in the last fight?
It just shows you that I'm living in Wilder's mind rent-free the whole time, 2 years. Every time he looks in the mirror, he sees Tyson Fury. Every time he goes to bed, before he closes his eyes at night, he sees the Gypsy King. And everything he wakes up and thinks about in the morning, he thinks of Tyson Fury. You know, it's crazy. It must be crazy to be obsessed with a man like me so much in his life that... Crazy. It's just crazy. But, you know, I've not really made too much of what he says because this time I'm going to put a knuckle duster on each hand and then I'm going to go into the fight. I might even put double knuckle dusters.
A couple egg whites extra?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I even bring like a steel baseball bat into the ring, maybe in my trousers or something. Who knows? Can't tell. Can't tell with the Gypsy King. I'm magic. I'm like Houdini.
You've said that this is not round 1 of the third fight, but instead round 20. Yes. For those people that were under a rock or have not watched either of the 2 fights or are still even on the fence about coming out to Las Vegas and joining us, what can they expect from the Gypsy King in round 20 of this third fight?
We're just going to get straight on the front foot, straight at him, and start trading straight away from round 1. You know, Wilder's the biggest puncher in the history of our sport. But I've got the biggest balls in the history of our sport, as I've proved many, many times. It's going to be exciting, you know. Wilder's a dynamite puncher, and, you know, as we've seen over the last few months, we've seen the heavyweight landscape change so much. But I'm still on form, I'm still doing what I've got to do, and I'm the only undefeated world heavyweight champion left. The only one standing. Crazy. But Wilder's still thinking about what happened in 2018. How the did he get up in round 12 after being knocked out? It's like you hit a guy with your best shot, you knock him out, he gets back up, gets back into you, and then does exactly what he says he's going to do in the rematch, and takes me out, you know. So there's not much I can say. I'm not here to slate Deontay Wilder. He is what he is.
Oh, now.
Honestly, I think the guy's a real piece. He's a real piece of work, and nobody or nothing will ever change my mind. When we was first going to fight, I thought he was a decent man, like a family man, you know, doing it for his kids and all that. But now I know he's a real piece of garbage, piece of rubbish. And I'm going to knock him spark out on Saturday night. And I cannot wait to get him in that ring and give him a good hiding, for sure. I might even take it slow with him. I might take it slow and punish him, make him say no mas.
Tyson, do you have to be at least a little cautious that he may have improved in the last 20 months under Malik Scott and Don Howes?
I'm really hoping he's improved because I'm here for a fight and I want a challenge. I didn't come all over America and be undefeated for 13 years not to get a challenge, Gareth. You know me. Harder the challenge, the better I fight. So hopefully he comes and I hope he's 50, 60% better than he was last year or the year before because I know I've got better and I'm I don't need to get better because there's an old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we'll see. But I believe I've improved 30, 40% than I was before. So if he hasn't, then he's in for a real beating, for sure. Well, this is Las Vegas. I was built and born for this. Las Vegas is the home of the Gypsy King, for sure.
Tyson, do you feel that this is a do-or-die fight for Deontay? A win and his career is done?
When I beat him this time, his career's over. Just like if AJ loses again to Usyk, his career's over too. So, yeah, he really needs a win, but he ain't getting it, that's for sure.
For all the best boxing content, follow PBC on Fox on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.